Moving on! The fight against Nero and Fritz. Well, really the fight against Fritz, since Nero is kind of a brain in a floating tank. This was actually this fight was suggested by Beaten Census 902, and it's the first in a large arc that's upcoming. Yes! Let Mixer handle this! You know, having no idea who Fritz was before coming into this tournament, and seeing his really huge hyperspace arsenal of random weapons, I can think of no better rival for Negduck in the video game universe. Like, later you'll see a shot of how many weapons he has. It's freaking hilarious. So the Fearsome Five didn't get to do much for now, but they will later. Okay, we're setting up for the most awesome thing with Pete there, but that's just foreshadowing for a little later in this round. First, Medusa from Kid Icarus Uprising is terrorizing the town. I believe that's from Uprising. And Ares challenges her. Guys, if that's not the one from Uprising, please correct me harshly. Ares, of course, resorts to her glorious chaos. And Medusa's defeated. Okay, gotta pause. Gotta pause so I can set up for this. Yeah, closing thoughts. That was a really cool concept to have Medusa and Ares battle. Now, Pete and the Dark Ace have been talking because they know stuff's about to go down. At this point, they have what is currently my favorite faction. It contains Master Cyclonus, all the Cyclonians, including the Dark Ace, Ravis, and Snipe. Although I don't think Ravis and Snipe actually take part here. It has Vector, who you know I love Vector, and it has Oogie Boogie as well. Charles Muntz is dead. He's out of the picture, so I don't have him to worry about hating. So this is my favorite faction. I only just realize it now, just before tragedy befalls them. This is my second favorite fight in the entire tournament coming up here. Yes, Cyclonus, try to put your plans into action. Trying to be quiet because you need to hear it as soon as it goes down. Pocket face, Crystal. The music changed to Forze del Mole! That's when you know stuff's about to get real! And yes! I finally hit my Forze del Mole! Yes! 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 You watch my Disney vs. Marvel commentary, you'll know how much I ragged on everyone else for using like every other Kingdom Hearts boss battle music except for this one. Anyway, this is the Forces of Garland. The first 3 Final Fantasy villains ever. Maddie, Garland, and Cloud of Darkness. As well as Jekt, who I like. He's Jekt. He's boss. Anyway, if you could distill all the good things about Kingdom Hearts and put them into one audio file, it would be this. This is the You're in Deep Doo-Doo theme. Whenever this plays, oh yeah, Cloud of Darkness just vaporized the trick-or-treaters in the most hilarious way possible. I mean, hilarious in that it's so overkill. But Vector manages to hold her off, because Vector's the boss in this tournament! However, he's no match for Emperor Mateus Palamita. As Kirby said, I just realized Vector's dead and nobody got to punch a shark.
I told you you'd be needing old Pete.
Pete the Heartless Commander! But yeah, every time this music started playing in 1, you know the boss battle is about to get ridiculously hard. And like, you can remix it all you want, but this will always be the version that wins. And this is where I had this thing where I'm like, Maddie and Ject are like the Final Fantasy versions of Master Cyclonus and the Dark Ace. The muscle with the big sword. And the agile strategist with the crystal staff. Well, it kind of looks like a crystal. I don't know how that thing's powered. It's a staff. And now they have the plot device crystal! That Cyclonia worked so hard to get! I always do love that the Dark Ace covers her. If there's not friendship there is at least loyalty. They're refusing to say whether Oogie Boogie, Cyclonus, and the Dark Ace are dead, but even with the jury out, I don't really believe they could have survived that. And they were running low on footage anyway. Pete is the only known survivor. Yep, the very round where that became my favorite faction, all of them died except Pete.
But it has been
Amusing to watch you fail. I want that to become one of those lines where it's not a tournament until Mosenrath says it. Sean Yu's found Mock, and he's like, you're doing stuff. You're observing everything. This is interesting. You're observing chaos. And the music gets epic! Kirby loves picking out tournament music. Okay, Frollo's faction assembles, and every member of it is perfect! Every single member is someone who I could see being bros with Frollo.
We require power crystal in order to make the leap.
They're putting together the plot device crystal.
That isn't enough! All is lost, unless... You know what to do.
Okay, Fritz's mission is now the story arc. And look at all these weapons he's got in his coat. I love it! It's even worse than Negaduck. But yeah, I'll detail Fritz's story arc and running stuff behind it when this closes. The Warriors of Chaos go on a teleportation trip, and Pete is brought along by accident because he was spying. And Zerg's putting plans in motion! He's CGI now, he's in the other dimension! I love this music. Stormella is actually still doing stuff. They got more than one fight's worth out of her. Hades and Ares have brought Ursula back from the dead! They need an Ursula on their team. But meanwhile, in the 2D underworld, someone's coming out! Hook is back for revenge! Which, you know, when I first watched that epilogue, it didn't strike me how big that is, but, you know, then I remember the whole arc with him and LeChuck, and it's just... it's a crowning moment of awesome to have Hook come back after all that time. Okay. Fritz is now supposed to hunt down the members of the Fearsome Five and kill them one by one. When I last asked Kirby about this, he's like, yeah, even I am not really sure what we're going to do in that regard. And I was like, I can't decide whether you should live or die. Yeah, ironic, because that's still my Megavolt theme song. The matchups for round 12 just came out. The first one they're sending is Reginald Bushroot. Toon Master 7, you monster! Okay, I kid. You're a cool person. Thanks for getting me hooked on Order of the Stick and Skullgirls and showing me that Stormhawks existed. But no, Bushroot is like the leather pantsiest of any Darkwing Duck villain. He's the one who's sympathetic the most. In Slime Okay, You're Okay, I don't even think he was a villain. He's adorable. Like, okay, Megavolt's adorable. I love him. But he's done crap, and he deserves crap. He deserves to have an assassin on his tail. I'm not gonna put up illusions about that. But Reginald Bushroot first? And because he's first, I feel like you have the least chance of surviving. Like, it would subvert the arc if, you challenged Fritz and you were the last in line. It's like, okay, but you weren't expecting to deal with me. But no, he's going first! He's gonna die! Toon Master 7? You monster! Again, I kid, you're awesome. So now we wait for round 12. Yep. I hope you have enjoyed this journey, because I certainly have. And this is the shortest commentary series I've had to record so far. Kind of nice not to have to do 2 whole seasons at once. Yeah. Well, I'll see you when round 12 comes out.